I'm a single mother of a 17-year-old son, and I'm also a veteran. I served 3 years in the Navy and was deployed to the Persian Gulf during Desert Storm. And thank you to the YWCA's Pathways for Women program. Up in Snohomish County, I was able to get my son and I off the street or out of our car or off my friend's couch, and that has a direct link to the document fees. Shelters and services funded by document recording fees make it possible for families like mine who lose their housing due to a health crisis, a job loss, or some other personal family crisis, and it allows them to get back on their feet. My motto has always been, I just need a hand up, not a hand out, and that is exactly what I experienced with the program that I accessed. My son is a type 1 diabetic, which means he's insulin dependent, and being homeless starting back in 2010, trying to keep insulin refrigerated when you're in a car, or trying to provide several healthy meals throughout the day to keep his blood sugar levels in a normal range is very difficult. It's a very hard thing to balance when you don't know where you're going to sleep that night. We spent 4 months couch surfing between friends' homes and desperately trying to find help. And all of this was because black mold took over our apartment in 2010. So it was just a matter of a circumstance. And from that, we lost everything, including my home-based business. So in our couch surfing days, we were between friends' houses and a couple of times in motels. And it wasn't until 4 months later that we were finally able to get a voucher for a motel through the YWCA program. After that, we were brought into their shelter, and from there we were put into transitional housing. But during that time, I would call every day many different numbers, up to 25 different numbers in a day. I would drop my son off at school, and then I would go and park in the back school parking lot in the back corner and just sit on the phone and just desperately pray for somebody, some resource, something that would be able to take a mom with a teenage boy, and there wasn't anything. And so being homeless has left me feeling humiliated and ashamed at the time. It's very hard to ask for help when you're usually the one who provides the help, and it's a humbling experience. I found out about the Pathways for Women program coincidentally because I had been a campfire leader there years before, and I was leading children who were homeless. And it didn't even occur to me that 8 years later I'd actually be a recipient of their services. And some of the services that I received through their program was one-on-one counseling, financial management classes, tenant classes and awareness, as well as an advocate to help me link into mainstream benefits. And recording document fees were directly linked to providing those services for me. Today we are stable. I'm rebuilding my life, and we are making our ends meet, my son and myself. And right now I'm very concerned with how these fees, if these fees do allow to cease, there's going to be some direct impacts that are going to happen in a very short period of time, and certainly for agencies that are strictly donation driven. There is a brand new shelter in my local area, but it is 100% donation driven, and without these different programs, there's going to be a lot more people than 5,043 on any one night out in the cold. So what I know is that homelessness can happen to anyone, and that everyone who needs it should be able to get some help, and that document recording fees are a big part of making sure that help is there when we need it.